Feminine energy really is a woman's superpower. And if you're not utilizing the superpower of yours, you're really going to be leading life in a very exhausting, unfulfilled way because femininity is truly a woman's superpower. We've been taught in society to use our masculine energy to get the things that we want. And so it's translated in love and relationships in the same way with most women, where they think that they have to go and make things happen. And what they don't realize is that their feminine energy and their essence in and of itself is going to draw everything to them. You don't need to go and make things happen. In fact, that is a very masculine trait. Now, masculine energy makes things happen, but masculine energy and the healthier versions of masculine energy also do not force and chase in the way that most women are. So most women are not even embodied in their healthy masculine energy. They're embodied in their unhealthy masculine energy because they're forcing things. They're forcing and trying to make things happen in a way that is unbecoming to them. Now, the most famous women in history have already discovered the secret. Think Cleopatra, Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, even Amal Clooney. Amal Clooney is a beautiful example of a woman that is embodied in her feminine energy. And with these women, in terms of feminine energy, what is very important to keep in mind, because everybody can teach about feminine energy. In fact, I see a lot of women that are really not embodied in their feminine energy teach about this concept, and they have it completely wrong. AI can even type up a definition of what feminine energy is. Feminine energy is an embodied expression of the energy. And so a woman that is truly embodied in her femininity, how will you know? You'll know because men will be gravitated towards her. So even women that do this type of work, a woman that is truly embodied in her energy, a lot of men will be gravitated towards her, right? So if you're looking at women that are talking about this content, a lot of men don't agree with them, or it's AI or computer. I really encourage you not to follow that, because it's going to really mess up your brain because we learn through modeling. And if you look at Amal Clooney and all of these women that have successfully utilized this secret, which is their own feminine essence, they are with prominent men. So this is how you know a woman is embodied in her feminine nature. She's attractive, first of all, to the opposite sex, and she's also with a very masculine partner. So even for me, my partner is very masculine. He's an athlete. My previous partner was a lawyer. Women that are extremely feminine in their nature are going to be very pulled to men that are extremely masculine in their energy, because the masculine and the feminine are sort of yin yang. So the feminine energy is going to understand the masculine energy, and the masculine energy is going to understand the feminine energy. Women that truly are embodied in their feminine energy, there's an effortless to them and there's an ease about them. So they're not really trying so hard. There's a charisma there. I want you to think of, and again, it's two sides of the same coin, right? So whatever I'm saying about feminine energy, it's the same thing with masculine energy. There's an ease to masculine energy. There's a charisma. Masculine energy men have this aura about them that sort of lures you into them. Same thing with feminine energy. Feminine energy women know that their true innate power is their essence. So because they know that their true innate power is their essence, they don't try to force anything with anybody, and they don't show up in a way that is unauthentic to them. On my Facebook page today, I did a post about hyper-femininity is not feminine energy. Hyper-femininity is the woman that is dancing around and being all seductive and trying to get the attention of others, and masculine energy. That is not true embodied feminine energy, because true embodied feminine energy doesn't do anything to get the attention of anybody. True embodied feminine energy just is. And so there doesn't need to be this whole hyper expression of femininity as like softness and dancing. That's not feminine energy. That's a misunderstanding of what feminine energy is. In fact, I don't do that. I'm very shy by nature. And this is another quality that men really love about me, is that I'm not very exaggerated in my femininity, in that I'm not seductive and I don't put myself out there in that way. I will do that for my fiance, But that's not something I would lead with in life. In fact, true feminine women are very elegant, they're very sophisticated, they're very put together. And again, you can think of Amal Clooney. She's a very sophisticated, smart woman. She's a very feminine woman. Feminine women also have that strength within them. That is their masculine energy, which is why they're so magnetic to masculine men, because there is no hyper expression of who they are. I've seen women post on social media of them dancing and saying this is an appreciation to the masculine, and that's not what feminine energy is, because true feminine energy is not going to put themselves out there, especially on social media, in a way that is seductive to the wrong audience. So even for myself, I do my best to not hide, but I try to keep the darker parts of me, so the seductive parts of me, I keep that for my partner, because on social media, I'm not looking for wrong attention. I'm looking to convey the truth of what feminine energy is. And the truth of feminine energy is a woman that is able to be who she is and leads in that way. So when I say leads in that way, she's attractive to everybody without having to force anything or highlight anything in an exaggerated sense, okay? So in exaggerated sense, meaning a woman that is truly embodied in her feminine doesn't need to show off or show her body there. There's a confidence, which is also masculine. And again, the feminine energy is going to have that component, but there isn't a arrogance in her. Now, when a woman understands that her feminine nature is the most attractive quality and is the most attractive pull to the man into the universe, she ends up attracting everything to her without having to do much. Before I started this business, I was a lawyer, and I knew in my heart that this was something that I was supposed to do, because relationships and masculine and feminine energy, it's how I've lived my life. And when I got that pull, I acted. So that's my masculine energy. And very soon after, about maybe 2 months, is when I started to receive clients. I didn't really do much to attract people to me aside from being myself. I've never paid for ads. Everything's been organic. Even this YouTube journey that I'm embarking on, I'm doing everything in a very organic way, because I know that if this is what is meant for me, and I'm listening to my intuition, which is the feminine energy, and I'm tuned into my intuition, that the rest will take care of itself. There's no force. Now, because the attractive nature of myself, and that is the energy, there's nothing external that makes me attractive, it's the energy that makes me attractive, will pull everything to me. Now, even when I was a lawyer and in creating this business and creating wealth, everything that I've done for myself, I'm proud of it, but it doesn't really mean much to me without my partner. So what I'm most proud of in my life, and feminine women will communicate this, is their relationships and love. So feminine energy women are more concerned with love, giving back, and their essence than they are with the masculine components of competition and making money and hustling and trying to win anyone over. This is why feminine women are radiant, because feminine women put themselves first, they nourish themselves, they nourish their relationships, and then they go and give out to others. Even when a feminine woman is working in a sort of masculine job, the job comes second to the woman. And so even now, as I embark on this journey and I take interviews, I don't put the interviews or my business ahead of my partner and my relationship. My relationship will always come before my clients, before anything, before business. I always put my life first, myself first. And putting myself first means putting love first. So this is the reason why feminine energy women are so attractive, especially to men, because men want to be with a woman that is a woman that feels like a woman. They want to be with a partner that they can come home to and they're magnetized to, and a woman that is in her body. So a lot of these women that, post videos about them dancing and like these hyper expressions of femininity, what's really going on there and what they're really trying to show is that a feminine woman is in her body and she's very present. So one doesn't need to do anything that is unnatural to her to exude that, because every one of us is going to have a different expression of our femininity. What that really means is that a feminine woman is comfortable in her own body. So she's not living in her head. The masculine energy lives in her head. The masculine energy woman is consistently trying to figure everything out, right? femininity is not a figuring it out, it's a feeling. And so women that are very successful in life have already figured this out, and it's why they've become so magnetic to everyone around them, and it's why they've become so successful and why they've attracted such dreamy masculine men, because they know that in order to get everything that they want in life, that all they have to do is tap into this part of themselves. I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch me on another one. Bye.